Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Our mission at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos and we teach you how to fix your car for free. Let's go ahead and start on it now. If you have a Chevy Cruze, guys, and you have any of the following two codes, guys, any of them, it could be just one or both of them at the same time. I'm talking about these codes in the corner, guys. One of them is P0013 and the other one is P2091. Stay with us and we'll explain, guys, what needs to be done to fix, what needs to be replaced to get rid of those codes and not to have your engine light on anymore. Otherwise, you may, guys, notice poor fuel economy, car not performing all the way. Let's say you don't have as much horsepower as before, consuming more gas. So it could be a few things, guys, that can actually, those codes can cause your car not to run correctly. Now, quick introduction, guys, we'll have more than 200 videos on this Chevy Cruze, guys, and more than 200 videos on every car we get at the shop. Because our mission is to save you guys as much money as we can. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video, guys. It means a lot. So let's go ahead and start on it now. So all the parts, guys, and tools that we use in our videos to fix the problems, guys, you can find the links in the description of the video below, guys, for your convenience. So please check it out. The scanner that we'll be using, guys, it's this one right here. Okay, this is the scanner. Amazing scanner, guys. Foxwell. This device actually can read and delete codes from quite a few computers, so I'll show you that in a second. And if you need something like that, guys, buy it, because you can pay itself off in just one-time use. Instead of going to the dealer, okay, just resetting a few codes and you're done. It paid itself off. But you can do so much with it, and not just on Chevy Cruze, guys, pretty much on any car. So I'll go ahead, grab the key, and we'll continue. So let me show you now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and turn the ignition on without starting the car. You don't need to start the car. Now you will notice engine light is on, okay, and it will stay on, guys. You reset it, it come back. Let me explain now what needs to be done. We're going to go right here. You can see you can read codes from the engine computer, ABS and traction control computer, airbag computer. You can register batteries. You have injector calibration, oil reset, steering angle sensor calibration, TPMS reset, quite a few things, guys. Super nice too. So we're going to go ahead and enter the engine computer now, and it's going to take just a few seconds to establish communication. It says codes found 2, guys. Okay, and let me just start the car quick to show you, okay, how the engine light just stays on. I forgot to show you that. So check it out, engine light, okay, just stays on, guys, all the time. So if I go ahead, turn it off, turn it back on, just the ignition on, we're going to select OK. Now, we have 3 different modules, guys. Usually the codes are the one that ends with 8 in ours, but check all of them. You may have codes stored in all of them. We'll click read codes, and now we're going to check stored codes, and later we will check pending. Pending means that the code hasn't been long enough in the memory, okay, to trigger the engine light, but it's occurred, guys. So I'll recommend to check both of them. So I'll go under pending, and we have the same thing. So the codes that we have now, P0013 B camshaft position actuator and P2091 B camshaft position actuator. So what that means, let's go ahead, guys, turn the car off now. Okay, I'll go outside and show you what needs to be replaced, okay, to fix that code and see if it's going to come back. So what we have, guys, a problem now. Okay, right here, this is guys, related to camshaft. Okay, camshaft actuator solenoid. So it's known as VVT Solenoid as well, guys. This is this engine has variable timing. Even though if you have the 1.4, 1.6, the procedure will be the same, guys. You still have these 2 solenoids. Remember how it said B, okay, solenoid B. What that indicates, guys, that this is on the exhaust side. Why? Because always A or number 1 stands for the intake, B is for the exhaust, because that's how it happens. Engine gets air and fuel from the intake and exits from the exhaust. So looking at it now, guys, right here, this is the VVT solenoid that's causing trouble. So that's the device that you need to remove and replace, guys. Okay, disconnect the wire here, pull it out, this is it. You have only 1 bolt to remove and replace it. We have the video that explains how to do it if you don't want to, if you don't know how to, excuse me. But if you don't want to waste your time, we're going to skip, guys, that step. If you want to see the video, it's on the channel. If you want to see where we get our parts from and if you need to buy a new solenoid, check out the link in the description of the video for your convenience. So we'll go ahead, replace ours, and we'll see if that takes care of the problem now. So the solenoid has been replaced, and now I'm going to go inside. We actually even have a video how to clean those, guys. Check it out if you want to see if that is going to take care of your problem. Turn the ignition on. After we turn the ignition, we'll go ahead, okay, read the codes to make sure we have communication with the computer, then go back, erase codes, confirm, erase, done. So if I start the car now, okay, engine light shouldn't be on. So that definitely takes care of our problem. Thank you for watching, guys. Please. Hopefully, guys, the video was helpful and we were able to save you money. We, guys, have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels. Check them out. We have videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.